Hey, welcome to the shop. I'm Bob again, and this is going to be a one-shot video. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to make two different clips of it. I'm just going to talk about this, and then we're going to go on from there. I got to thinking the other day I needed a project in mind, and I wanted to write my name. You've seen other videos I've made where I bent letters, I bought letters, and I fastened them to the boards, and I can't think of any other ways I've made letters. But I came up with this idea. I was looking through my scrapbook and I came across a log chain. Just a scrap of log chains, all I came across. And I got to thinking about it, and I remember back in grade school, yeah, that's been what, 66 years ago. Anyway, in grade school, they taught us how to print. And they had this big row of letters around the room, and it had the capital A and the lowercase a, and it had all the letters to them. Well, I noticed that this chain had a lot of neat little curves in it that reminded me of those letters. If I wanted to make a B, I could take a straight piece and cut this in half, and I'd have two humps for the B. If it was a lowercase b, I'd cut off one hump, put a straight piece, make them all the same height. Remember those pieces of paper we had that had the dotted lines that high and the lowercase were this high and the intermediate line was here and all that? Well, that's what I was thinking about all the time I did this. So I took this plain old log chain and I cut it apart and I made this sign that I was wanting to make. I like the way it turned out. I like the lettering on it. You just keep cutting, here's a piece. Now that was going to be my R, but the R has to stand up a little bit. So what I did was I cut that part off, got me a plain piece of, this is 1/4 inch. I bought some 1/4 inch rod. I made a little straight piece a little bit longer, and I welded that on there and I made my letter R. And I made all the letters out of just pieces of this log chain for this sign I'm going to make. Now, I can't put this on much before Valentine's Day because what I'm making is a Valentine's sign for my wife, Brenda. But I'll put it on the video right now so you can see the letters because this video is supposed to be about lettering. And so here we have it. Bob plus Brenda. And you can see the chain, B, O, and then the B. I probably should have cut this O in half a little bit and made it a little shorter. Aunt Helen, my first grade teacher, might take some points off for that lettering because she might take a few points off because that O was too tall. And then I put the plus like we did in grade school. If you had a girlfriend, somebody wrote your name down and put plus and that girl, that was a big deal in grade school. Well, it was for me, I don't know. Didn't happen very much for me. But if it would have happened, it would have been a big deal. And in here I put the Brenda. You can see the B, the R. I made the straight piece come up a little bit farther. And then I put the curved R piece from the end of the chain. The E, that's a whole length of chain. I just cut it off, turned it back on itself, welded it back in there. The N, another straight piece, half a 1/4 piece of chain. D, same as the B, just backwards. And the A. The A is a piece of chain that curves up, and then I cut it off and shortened it and put the other curve back in here. There's no straight piece there. This is all a curved piece of chain. But there it is, Bob and Brenda. Now, this is gonna be her Valentine's Day gift, and so I can't post this until after Valentine's Day. It's because you'd tell her if you saw it. So that's today's video. Making letters from a log chain. Pretty fun. I'm happy with the way it turned out. We get all wound up in everyday things. Somebody at work's not doing their share. Somebody's not treating you right at the grocery store. We just get, they're out of something at the grocery store. There's a shortage of this. The price of gas is too high. We get wound up on daily things. And this morning when I woke up, I thought of a story that it was in the Bible about Jesus. And he was traveling, and there was these two sisters, Mary and Martha. And Mary and Martha invited Jesus and all of his buddies to the house to visit. And they said, well, yeah, we'll come. And there they came. Well, Mary, she sat down in the living room right at Jesus' feet and listened to every word he said. While Martha was in the kitchen, she got to fix food for all these people. And Mary wasn't helping a bit. She said, Jesus, tell Mary to come in here and help me. I'm overworked. And Jesus said, Martha, Martha. Martha, Martha. There are a lot of things in this life to be concerned about. But there's really just one that matters. Your sister Mary has chosen the better part. And it will not be denied her. Man, I thought that was powerful. I think we need that right now. We're all worried about everything going on in the world, watching politics and protests. And there's only one thing. We need to choose the better part. God bless you this day. Watch over you this night. Thanks for watching. I love you.